In the Way 31 Storm Tracker Weather Center, meteorologist Kate McKenna.
Well, this morning, if you were just now waking up, you definitely need to be aware of the heavy wind that we have. We've been really dealing with it all morning long. You can just hear that wind and its roar this morning. Definitely keep your hats on as you head out the door.
Yeah, kind of foreboding for what's to come later today, that risk for severe weather. So not just winds gusting to 40 miles per hour, but with any severe thunderstorms, we can see those winds gusting in excess of 60 miles per hour. So here's the rundown of what we are anticipating with severe storms today. Heavy rain, basically a given, especially getting that intense rain, that quick burst of rain with the stronger storms that roll through. But I've made an adjustment here. The more that I look at the data and the more that I'm looking at what's off to the west, considering the fact that we already have a handful of severe thunderstorms right along the line that's going to be tracking to the valley, I've got your risk now for damaging wind as a high risk. I still think it's a fairly low risk for tornadoes. Any tornadoes that we see with this line are likely going to be embedded, brief, isolated tornadoes. But remember, low risk is not no risk at all. So it is something that we're monitoring for you. When I mentioned those severe thunderstorm warnings, here's the area of concern. We have boxes within a larger box here for the tornado watch, and then severe thunderstorm warnings already along this line, getting ready to track out of eastern Arkansas into northwestern Mississippi. And then it's on its path toward the Tennessee Valley, tracking toward the east between 30 and 35 miles per hour. Our view, just of the Way 31 coverage area, showing a couple of showers here through Lauderdale County and the occasional sprinkle east of 65 through Sand Mountain. But there's really not a lot of rain in the forecast today before we get to the afternoon, and that's when the storms are on the way. Between 12 and 1 o'clock, this is the time that we're looking at here, the arrival of the storms into the shoals. So here's 1 o'clock this afternoon. Here's 2 o'clock. You can see those storms continue on their track toward the east between 3 and 4, right along I-65 near Athens, approaching Decatur, approaching Fayetteville, and approaching Huntsville by 5 o'clock this evening. With the timing of these storms, this is likely going to impact a lot of folks that are out and about for their Thursday evening, whether that be for after-school activities, leaving school, or leaving work. This is going to be something that we need to monitor very closely through the afternoon. Here's 6 o'clock, storms now east of I-65 into Sand Mountain by at least 7 o'clock, and finally exiting North Alabama by midnight. Here's a more clear view of that timeline. A 1 to 3 o'clock arrival through the shoals. A 3 to 5 o'clock arrival through Athens, Decatur, Huntsville, Fayetteville. A 5 to 7 o'clock arrival through Sand Mountain, and it's much quieter by tomorrow. But again, with that key time period, that area of concern, I think that you're going to want to keep a very close watch on your Way 31 real time as far as the app goes. What is happening? You can watch in real time when we have severe weather coverage for you. If we are wall to wall, if you happen to lose power, it's a great tool as well. 59 degrees tomorrow, 56 degrees on Saturday, and I want you to see the reason for my concern going forward. Once we get past the severe weather, I think we may have some frost advisories or freeze warnings issued for the weekend, because we get down to 32 degrees by Sunday, but at least it is dry, it is sunny, and our first day of spring, a 20% chance for a shower, temperatures back into the lower 60s. Now, onto your Way 31 real-time traffic alert. No new wrecks to report to you, and it's still not showing up in my traffic system, but I consistently see these slowdowns here along 72 at Providence, where we had that single vehicle crash into a light pole. So expect some delays if you're heading into Huntsville out of Madison along 72.